Please come in. Excuse me. Please sit down. Okay. Good morning, sir. Hello. My name is Fatin NORAINI SHAFIQAH. You can call me Fatin.
Yes.
Okay. And then, what is your name and how would you like me to address you?
No say. Nama. Yes. My name.
Yes, your name, sir. What's your name?
I am Mr. Berry, but you can call me Mr. B.
And she is?
She is my sitting Haliza.
Okay, so Mr. Bean and
Yeah.
Mr. Bean and Siti Nurhaliza. Okay, so I am serving as your mediator today, and I am a very certified mediator trained to assist in resolving disputes, such as the one before us today. So I am very, very pleased to be here
Yeah.
to assist you in working through your issues, and believe you too will find mediation to be a very helpful process. And thank you very much for committing to be here today.
Yeah.
Okay, so if any of you two have a special need during the session, please do let me know or do let me know now. Okay, do let me know now. Do you have any discomfort or anything, or at any time at all during this session. And also, please silence all electronic devices during this mediation.
Yeah.
Alright. So okay, let me begin by stating that I am not acquainted with the parties involved in this dispute. Okay, so that means that I am not in acquaintance with you, Mr. Bean, and also your ex-wife, Siti Nurhaliza, who isn't really Siti Nurhaliza. Alright. So, if I may ask, have any of you met me before this session?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay then. Therefore, I would have to. I'll tell you that mediation is a voluntary process in which a neutral, impartial person assists parties who want to generate options for resolving their issues.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you all here voluntarily?
Yes.
Alright. My role as the mediator is to facilitate the discussion and negotiation and help you capture any agreement into appropriate settlement terms. Your attendance at this mediation does not imply any admission of guilt or wrongdoing. So, if you would like to take a break, meet with me privately, or end the mediation, please do let me know and we'll address these matters at the time. Okay, so my goal is to assist each of you in communicating clearly with one another and reaching a mutually acceptable settlement of this matter.
Yeah.
I am not here to represent any particular side and will not provide advice or guidance. You are entitled to seek representation and subject matter experts that can be called to provide information if necessary. I have no power to impose a decision on you, or to decide how this matter should be settled. Okay, so this is where mediation differs from other forms of dispute resolution. You are empowered with the ability to design your own solution that meets your needs and addresses your interests. Okay. I believe that each of you have signed the agreements to participate in good faith. Participating in good faith means that you are entering with an open mind, and that you will be respectful of the other person, and that you will listen to one another. Yes.
I will do it.
Yeah, sure, of course.
A few moments later.
Before we begin, let me explain the process that we will use. When I complete these preliminary remarks, each of you will have an uninterrupted period of time to explain what brought you to this session and to describe the problem as you see it. Okay, it is customary for the party that brought the matter to our attention to begin first. Okay, therefore, I will ask Siti Nurhaliza
Yeah.
to begin. When you have completed your opening remarks, I will ask Mr. Bin to make an uninterrupted statement. Okay, let's abide by the rules of common courtesy and avoid interrupting or using inflammatory language. After you have both given an overview, we will transition into a joint discussion where we can more fully discuss the nature of the workplace dispute as well as negotiate possible solutions to resolve it. I ask that each of you be thinking of how you might like to resolve this matter. At some point, I may meet each of you separately. This is called a caucus or individual meeting. I will use the caucus to help clarify some concerns I may have as we talk and to be of more assistance in helping you resolve your disputes.
Yeah.
Either one of you may call a caucus as well if you feel you would like to share something in confidence. And remember, you both control the outcome of the mediation. We may use the caucus any number of times. If I caucus with one party, for example, I will also caucus with the other. So please do not assign significance to the length of each caucus. The information you share during the caucus is also confidential and will not be shared during joint discussion unless you specifically give consent to such disclosure. And about confidentiality, Mr. Bean and Siti Nurhaliza, confidentiality is a critical part of the process. Generally, if you tell me something in private and ask me to keep it confidential, I am bound by law not to disclose this information voluntarily. There are some exceptions to this rule though, but I do not expect them to arise during our mediation. For example, if you confess to or allege the commission of a criminal offence or to an act of fraud, waste or abuse, or that you plan to commit a violent physical act, I may be required to share this information with appropriate authorities. You will see me taking notes during the session, which are just for me to organize my thoughts. I have provided paper for you to take notes too. I encourage you to record any notes on that paper. At the end of the session, I will shred my notes as well as the notes you take today.
Yeah.
So the most important thing is, I want to remind you that this is not a legal proceeding. Should you desire at a later time to pursue these matters in a court or an administrative system, this session will not delay or interfere with your right to do so. I, however, will not willingly testify for or against either of you regarding the information unique to this session if you decide to pursue this matter formally. If a judge determines that disclosure of our private confidential discussions is necessary to prevent a manifest injustice, establish a violation of law, or prevent harm to the public health or safety, I may be required by a court to disclose our private discussions. Both the mediation agreement and the resulting settlement agreement, if any, are not confidential. If an agreement is reached, it will be written and signed by you two, and each of you will be provided with a copy of the agreement, and when it becomes a legally binding document after the necessary approvals are granted. Okay, so thank you for being here. Your presence today demonstrates your willingness to attempt cooperative problem solving. Would you like to suggest any ground rules for the session today?
Yeah. No.
All I ask is that you sincerely agree to attempt to resolve this dispute. Agree to treat one another with mutual respect.
Yes.
By talking one at a time and avoiding the use of profanity. And agree to give consideration to all suggestions made in regard to developing a realistic solution to the problem.
Yes. No. Yes. No.
If not, let's begin with Siti Nurhaliza.
Yeah.
I know very little about the dispute, so please tell us what brings you to the mediation.